Hi, Tony Marino coming to you again from Stage Right, School for the Performing Arts and Theater Company in Greensburg, Pennsylvania. I wanted to talk to you today about our end-of-year student company shows that we have coming up the first weekend of June at the Greensburg Garden and Civic Center. We have two shows that we're very excited about, and we're excited for our kids to have a chance to do these shows as well. I'll talk first about Tink. Now, you've probably, if you've ever tuned in to this channel before, you've heard me talking about Tink. It has a long and storied history by this point. It was an original creation by myself and two incredibly talented people, Greg Creston and Lena Gabrielle, that played at the Palace Theater in September a couple of years ago. Then we were lucky enough to get accepted to a large New York musical theater festival last summer, where it went and played and had a successful run and won an award for young people's programming. And we are currently in the process of putting that show together to market it across the country. But one of the things we thought would be great for this show, and this is from our own personal experiences, we're always looking for material for young people.
The story of how they came to this place varies. Some say they were blown ashore, others say the stars wept and they appear. But I believe the old stories, that they arrived by the pocket.
You know, our preteens are such a growing and incredibly talented group of young actors and singers and dancers, and we're always trying to find material that challenges them.
Just below the tree line, just above the sea, here's where we started, here's where we stay.
And a lot of the publishing houses have what they call junior versions or kids versions, and we've done a bunch of those, and they're great shows. So we thought that Tink would be fabulous as a junior product as well. So we decided to craft a junior version of Tink for our preteens to do. And Alina's in New York doing shows off Broadway and doing amazing things. So we enlisted the help of Hazel Braun, who's helping us put this show together musically, along of course with Greg and myself, and our director Renata Marino, who loves the material and is very familiar with it and knows those kids. And what they're putting together is just something fabulous and fantastic. It's weird to say that because I know I had a part in writing it, but to see these young folks tell this story and with the excitement that they're doing it and how they love these characters, I think we're really onto something with Tink Jr. And I hope you'll come and check out what these young people have done, because it's truly remarkable. And again, we're an organization that tries to put professional artists next to kids who want to do this, and I think it's one of the things we're best at, and not only professional artists, but professional material. And it's giving them a chance to do that. And also the show changes in rehearsal, which is cool as well. We create new lines for the junior version for these characters. They're getting to work on a new piece that already was a new piece. So we're very excited about Tink Jr.
Welcome home!
And then for our teens, you know, we've been debating about our teen end-of-year show. We always try to find something that challenges them, something that they can get behind in spirit and body, and that encourages them not only as artists, but also as people. So, you know, regardless of what your political bent is, and I have no opinion about that, for I run a nonprofit theater school, regardless of what your political bent is, it most certainly is an active political time in our country, is it not? Large protests featuring all kinds of viewpoints, very confusing times, a very divided line between one side who feels one thing and one side that feels another. And that all spoke to us as being something that the musical Hair was the first show to address those very issues in a generation that had those feelings really well.
What do we want? Peace! What do we want it? Now! What do we want? Freedom! What do we want it? Now! Peace! Now! Freedom! Now!
It's a show that I got to do a long time ago with my lovely wife Renata down in Pittsburgh. We played Burger and Sheila. You know, what always resonated with me with the show was that I thought it told a generation's viewpoint really well. Not to mention the fact that I think the music is great, and it's a fun show to do. Everybody's on stage almost the entire time. It's high energy. I've been having this debate online with a lovely woman who was saying, you know, Hair, can you do that for young people? Should you be doing that for young people? But you might be saying the same thing. Isn't Hair sort of sensationalistic? Isn't it kind of controversial? Well, obviously, you don't do those things when you do it in my setting. And then somebody said, well, if you eliminate all that, what's left? What's left and what becomes crystallized is what the show is actually about, which is a generation thirsty for change and trying to achieve that change in a revolutionary way, and giving thought to things like women's rights and the rights of minorities and the rights of people to be free. And so minus all the sensationalism, minus all the stuff that you've heard about Hair, what you're left with is a show that tells the story of a generation that changed the world forever.
Watch her, take it off slowly. All those words, those lists, and then some of you, I get it, are still like,
Well, I heard it out there. Wow.
right?
Yeah.
But some are still like, give it.
It also has local ties. Jerome Ragney was from Pittsburgh, but the show itself, I think, has ties to all of us, especially today. And these kids are embracing it, and they are loving it, and they are doing it responsibly. Nobody here is dressing up like a hippie for Halloween. That's not what this show is about. This show is about portraying people who created social change. And we're very excited about Hair and Tink Jr. And I know that you will be too. Come see both casts of these wonderful young people who are embracing theater and are giving up, huge amounts of their personal time to come learn something they love. It's our end-of-year student company shows at the Greensburg Garden and Civic Center. Tink Jr., Hair. Come see them. Thank you.